Alrighty, easy today. Longest unequal adjacent group subsequence. You're given a string array words and a binary array groups, both of length n, where words at I is associated with groups at I. And your task is to select the longest alternating subsequence from words. A subsequence of words is alternating if any two consecutive strings in the sequence. If for any two consecutive strings in the sequence, their corresponding elements in the binary array differs. Essentially, you can choose strings such that adjacent elements have non-matching corresponding bits in the group's array. Normally, you need to find the longest subsequence of an array of indices 0 through n-1, denoted as index 0 to index k-1, such that groups of index at j not equal to groups at index at j plus 1 for each of j. Holy shit. Longest alternating subsequence. Longest alternating subsequence of words if the corresponding elements in the, what the hell? Groups 0, 1. If their corresponding elements in the binary array differ. So like 0 differs from 1. So maybe subsequence that can be reached is select AB because groups 0. Okay, so E is associated with 0, B is associated with 1. And because that differs, then E and B can be. Okay, so here it's like 1, 0, 1 is the longest alternating, so it's A, B, C. So you look at the groups. Okay, so it's just, you look at the groups and then find the longest alternating sequence there, and then find the corresponding ones and get the corresponding one in the words array. Okay, 4 seems a little, I don't know. So the groups is binary? Is it just zeros and ones? Groups, yeah, groups is either 0 or 1. Okay, so just find the longest binary sequence. Return any answer if there's multiple answers. Okay, let me think. So if it starts with a 0, can you automatically start your answer with 0? Probably not. If it starts with a 0, is it possible that your answer is something that starts with a 1? So if it's 0 here, then either ultimates, in which case it will be the longest, or it doesn't, in which case it's not. So I think you always start the longest subsequence with your first element in your groups. I don't think it's possible to come up with something that is not that. Okay, so always or longest alternating subsequence will always include first element. That's just the logic of it, I think. So so let's say I have my answer array, and I'll just go through all the indices, and the answer array, so the length here is going to be automatically at least 1. Yeah, it's automatically 1, so I think I can always start with including the first words at 0. and I'll have a current which is groups at 0, and for every index after, actually maybe I can just combine it. Actually, maybe I'll just do something like answer is currently nothing. Group's current one is, say, -1 for every value in the group's array. If the value doesn't equal the current value, then answer appends the I actually need the index, don't I? Yeah, I need the index. Index value and enumerate items in groups. If the value doesn't equal the current, then answer append words at this index. Otherwise, if it doesn't, and then update the current to be the current value, and then return the answer. Yeah. So the process here is the keep track of current type, binary type, if differs, if next one differs, switches detect alternation is detected, and thus add the word, add the corresponding word, and switch the value. Switch the current value. So here the current is -1. Initial current is -1 to guarantee, to ensure that first value is different, and we'll add that first word value, by which I mean the bit value, and then yeah. So if I start my bits at -1, then it's going to go through all my bits, and if the current bit is not equal to, if the, let's call these bits just to make it clearer. If it differs, then add the word at the same index, and use enumerate to go through every index bit pairing in groups. So yeah, go through array of bit groups, detect alternation using a prior storing current bit streak value. If using a stored by comparing current bit with stored bit streak value. if differs, change or add corresponding word into answer array and return and change current bit. Time complexity is O of n as for loop goes through each element in the array. And space complexity, this is also, this is O1, no new arrays are made. You do make an array of list for the answer array, but that's not extra space necessary. Alright.